25, and he says, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it." Hindrances for discipleship. Willing to give ourselves. You understand that the first original agreement, the first time you accepted Christ, you accepted giving your life away. You understand that? Lord, I want you to come into my heart, forgive me of my sins, and save me. You're turning over your heart. Here I am, Christ, take me just as I am. I'm a sinner. There's nothing I can do about it. I need you. I'm against the law. Nothing else I found will work. I need you. I'm turning my life over to you. Now, when is it all right that we take that back? When is it okay that we say, okay, well, Jesus, you've saved my sins, you come in my heart, you forgive me and written me in the Lamb's Book of Life, and whoop, whoop, all that's great, but now I want my life back. Now I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to go through no discomfort. I don't want to go through no pain. I don't want to go through no loneliness. I want to stay on a path that's going to be nice and easy and breezy, and I'm just going to love living. That ain't what happened to Paul, amen. There's a lot of things Paul had to go and do that he didn't want to do. There was a lot of nights that Paul spent in old nasty jail cells because of the will of God. Now, at any time, Paul could say, well, this is enough of this mess. I'm not doing this no more. But he didn't. Because when you decide to go back and take your life back, you go back and say, Jesus, I don't like where you driving this thing, so I'm going to take back control. And you have become a hindrance to the ministry. You've become a hindrance. Because of where He wants to go and what He wants to do with you, you're no longer allowing the will of God to take place. And I'm sorry, my friend, but once you joined and accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, you became a child of God, in the army of God, in the family of God, and He has a purpose for you. And what happens to a lot of people that say, well, I ain't never found my purpose, it's because they took back control of their life. They didn't let Him keep it. And let Him come do all the cleaning up, and they take it back. Our will cannot be in this. We cannot have the will of men. That's what He's saying. That's what He said in verse 23 to 22. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, "Be far." Then 23 he said, but he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan, thou art an offense to me, for thou savourest not the things to be of God, but those that be of men. You. The things of the world. The things that the flesh desires. The things that are getting away of the will of God. All we have to understand is the will of God is so much bigger than these little things. Let's keep it as from it. And if we draw back, and the great example is that is Peter saying, No, 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 Jesus, don't let them beat your body up. Because I can't stand aside of that. So small when you look at the will of God, that millions have been saved. The ministry is growing. Churches all over the world have come from the cross. for the will of God. Peter could have been pleased. He could have stayed from that discomfort. But over here, so much of a greater thing happened. Not by pleasing me. The second thing he talks about in verse 26 says the second temptation is just plain out getting rich. Verse 26 he says, "For what is it a man profited if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" And we know that we've heard that verse all our lives just about it. But it means what's going to happen when you got to face money. When you have a chance to be rich, and all of a sudden this power of richness or wealth does something to your mind. Somehow you don't need Christ anymore. Somehow you don't need the will of God anymore. You've got money. And money can just do, the quest of money, there's just something evil in it. I got an example of a businessman that took on the quest of buying the whole world, and his businesses got so successful that he did just that. He became the richest man in the world, and he owned the whole entire world. But when he got to that point, this mad quest, when it come to an end, he had given everything he had to get to that point. And he died. He owned the whole world. And he lost his soul. He was too busy making sure his businesses grew. Too busy making sure the money was coming in. He was too busy looking at investments that he didn't know Jesus. He didn't know what was important. I'm going to tell you, one of the greatest challenges of being a disciple is facing money. It's facing money. The temptation, just get a little bit more. And a little bit more. The temptation not give it. Because I need it for myself. Two biggest temptations tonight Jesus gives. He said, yourself, just plain out money. The evil, the lust, the greed for money destroys so many people, so many families, and so many disciples. All of a sudden, with money, the will of God is not that big a deal. I want you to look tonight. We made an agreement with Christ. Amen. I made an agreement with Jesus. I remember it. I remember it very well. I remember being a sinner, being lost, and headed for devil's hell. And I said, Jesus, will you please come in my life? I remember beside a cot one night saying, Jesus, I will go anywhere, do anything, even if you want me to preach. Boy, man, watch what you say. Watch what you say. Nowhere in that agreement did I ever say I'd do it for so long. I never said, I'll do this until I get bored of it. Never do this. I'm going to do this, Lord. I'm going to serve you until something better comes along. Something easier. So the simple question is tonight, so you don't become Peter. So you don't jump out. Even though you love Christ, you still don't want to be somebody jumping out trying to hold the will of God back. Tonight, simple question to ask you. And all this preaching and all this jumping around all night and all this hollering gets down to this one single question. But all this puts a little meat behind it. I could have come in here and just asked you the question and it wouldn't have been that big deal. Oh, I am. But I give you evidence of just how easy it is not to even notice. Peter was following. Peter was living. He slipped down to discipleship. Who's driving the car? Simple as that. Who's driving the car? If you've made the agreement, if you're saved tonight, that's a blessing. There's a problem if you've ever took back the wheel. It's a problem if Jesus is no longer in control.